All right, so last time we looked at a minus b times a plus b, right? Okay, a minus b times a plus b. And we said that comes out to be what? A squared minus b squared. Very good. All right, so just a quick example. Let's say we've got 8x plus 7 times 8x minus 7. That's going to be what? Okay, which is what? 64x squared minus 49. Okay. Okay. Okay, so if I have 8x cubed plus 7, okay, times 8x cubed minus 7. This is still fits the pattern of a plus b and a minus b. So what I would have to do is say 8x cubed squared. Whatever it is, I'm going to square it. And then, of course, minus, 7 squared. So 8x cubed is 64x to the 6 minus 49. Okay, so yeah, whatever it is, we square it. All right, that's a good question. Well, I think that's an advanced question. I think they should step you up to that, but that's good. And then don't forget, start trying to recognize this piece of it because we're going to be factoring next. And so we'll see this and we need to go back to this. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, so here's another pattern, a plus b squared. If we were to actually use FOIL to write this out, this of course is a plus b times a plus b. And so we get, if I do the first, a squared. If I do my outer, plus ab. If I do my inner, plus ab. And then when I do the last, it's plus b squared. So when I put all this together, it's what? Very good. A squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, remember last week we said that for our exponent rules, there is no rule that allows us to distribute this exponent over a sum or a difference, right? What we have to do instead is actually multiply it out like this or learn this pattern, okay? A lot of times when students see a plus b squared, they just want to say a squared plus b squared. That's wrong. Okay, so what we got to remember is the pattern for a plus b squared is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Yeah, well, we multiplied this binomial by itself, yes. And so it came up with this type of a pattern, okay? But it's a good idea to try to use the pattern. We need to recognize it because we're going to be factoring later, okay? All right, this pattern goes a long, long ways in math. All right, so here are some steps to help us do that. We've got, it says use the pattern for multiplying a plus b squared to multiply 5m plus 2 squared. So first of all, it says identify a and b. And you can do this mentally, but we're going to write it out this time. So a for us is what? 5m, and then b is 2. Okay, so write the appropriate pattern. Since we're squaring a plus b, we want to get a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, then we're going to plug in the values for a and b into the pattern and simplify. So for a, we get 5m squared, right, plus 2 times 5m times 2 plus 2 squared. Okay. And again, all of this we want to work up to doing mentally, but I'm writing it out right now. Okay, so I just plugged into my pattern. For A, we had 5m, so I said 5m squared, 2 times A times B plus B squared. Okay, so when we simplify that, we get what? 20m, very good, plus 4. Okay, right, times 2, that's right. Okay, so A squared plus 2 times A times B plus B squared. That's what we got. Well, we squared the 2. Remember, B was 2, so 2 squared is 4. Okay. All right, let's look at that again.
You still probably get the same answer if you do like this 5m plus 2 times 5m plus 2. You still get the same answer.
Yes, you do, but later on, that's going to be a problem, right? So you really want to try to use the pattern. I know people don't like to learn these patterns, but later on, it'll be a help if you'll go on and learn them now. Okay, so we got x plus 9 squared, all right? The pattern, again, I'm going to write it out as a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, I know the pattern in my head, and normally what I do is I square the first term and I square the last, and then do the one in the middle. Okay, so what I would do is say x squared, then I've got 9 squared, which is what? 81. And then in the middle, I need to say 2 times x times 9, or what?
18x.
Plus 18x. And then that's a plus. Okay. So that's not so bad, right? I mean, we were writing out all the steps, but it's really not that many steps. Okay. I'm going to do C. Okay, so again, the pattern is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So if I square this first term, it's what? 9a squared. The last term is 49b squared. And in the middle, I need 2 times 3a times 7b. That's what? 42ab. Okay. 3 times 7 is 21, times 2 is 42, and then A and B. All right, questions about that? Okay. All right, try B on your own. Okay, we've got A minus B squared. We're multiplying A minus B times A minus B. So if I do the first, we get A squared. When I do the outer, it's minus AB. When I do the inner, minus AB again. And then the last, I'm going to get what? Plus B squared. Very good. Okay, so we get A squared minus 2AB plus B squared. Okay, so the difference between this one and the pattern for A plus B squared is what? Just the minus on the middle term. Okay, so A minus B squared is equal to A squared minus 2AB plus B squared. Okay, that last term is going to be plus. All right, so the same thing here. We're going to multiply 5m minus 2 squared. So the pattern I need to be thinking about is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, when we square this, we get 5m, I'll write it all out this time, 5m squared minus 2 times 5m times 2 plus 2 squared. Okay, and so when we do this, we get 25m squared minus 20m plus 4. Okay, for us, A was 5m and B was 2. Okay, and so that's what we get. All right, we squared the first term, squared the last term, and then in the middle, we've got 2 times a times b. All right, so here we've got x squared. If I square my first term, when I square my last term, it's plus 4. And in the middle, I'm going to have minus 2 times x times 2. So that's going to be minus 4x. Okay. Okay, b, we got 4x minus 1 squared. So I'm going to square my first term. That'll give me 16x squared. Square the last term, plus 1. And in the middle, I want to have 2 times 4x times 1. So that gives me 8x, and that should be a minus 8x. Okay. All right, for C, what do we get? Okay. Okay, minus 20ab, very good, plus 25b squared. Okay.
Now, would it ever ask us to simplify it even more since there's coefficients in there? No.
Well, we don't have any like terms, so we can't simplify this one anymore.
And we couldn't square the 4?
Well, no, we did. Well, we squared 2a.
Okay, because it's the whole term.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. We squared this entire term, not just the variable.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that used to throw me off too because I used to think the squared was like
Yes.
you're squaring a, you're not squaring 4a, you're just squaring a.
But that goes back to our order of operations, right? I mean, the square here is just on a because this is not in parentheses, okay? And just to be clear, so what we did here was 2a squared. So when we do that, that's when we squared the 2. 2 squared is 4. And we're done. Okay. All right, other questions? All right, very good. Okay, so this is a little bit of practice just on lots of different things that we've talked about. Why don't you take a few minutes and try this on your own and make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, so we're going to square 7x. We get 49x squared plus 35x times 2, so 70x plus 25. Okay, so for this mixed practice, here we're just multiplying. So I'm going to multiply my coefficients and multiply my variable factors since they have the same base. We should get 20x to the what? Not to the to the 14th. Okay, the rule is if we're multiplying those with the same base, we add the exponents. Okay, don't forget. All right, we add the exponents. Okay, all right, in B, we've got our pattern. We've got a plus b squared. So I'm going to square my first term and get 36. Square my last term, I get 25x squared. And then in the middle, I'm going to say 2 times 6 times 5x. 6 times 5x is 30 times 2 is 60x. Okay? How many people got that? Okay, great. All right, in C, which pattern did we have? Very good. A plus b times a minus b. So I can square my first term. Okay, very good. 25x squared minus 9. No middle term for that one. All right, in D, we've got 4x minus 9 squared. So I'm going to square my first term. I get 16x squared minus 81. Or I'm sorry, that's going to be plus 81. And in the middle, we get 4x times 9 is what? 36 times 2, so minus 72x. x. Very good. Okay, questions about this one? And then finally here, I need to distribute 3x squared or negative 3x squared to each term in this trinomial. So we get negative 3x to the fourth plus 10x, I'm sorry, 30x cubed right? And then plus what? 39x squared. Very good. Okay, questions about that? Okay, very good. Okay, last section, 5.5, dividing polynomials. Okay, to divide a monomial by another monomial, divide the coefficients first, then divide variables using the quotient rule, x to the m over x to the n, which we know is equal to what? Very good. X to the m minus n. Okay, so here's some examples where we're dividing one monomial by another monomial. Okay, so I've got 16x to the 16th over 4x to the 4th. Okay, when we divide, we get 4x to the what? 12th. Very good. Okay, we subtract the exponents. All right. Okay, in B, we've got negative 35, a to the ninth, b to the 10th, over 5, a to the 8th, b cubed. So we're going to get what? To the 7th. Very good. Negative 7a, b to the 7th.
Somebody gave us just, like let's say it was A was swapped, so it was A to the 8th over A to the 9th. Then we have to put that over.
Okay, if we had negative 35, a to the 8th, b to the 10th, and then over 5a to the ninth, b to the 3rd. Okay, so what I would do, we still get negative 7. We get a to the negative 1, b to the 7th. Okay, then I would move the a. Okay, whenever we use that, when we're doing the quotients, the result goes in the numerator. And if it ends up being negative, we can move it to the denominator. So this would be negative 7 b to the 7th over a, if we had that. Okay, in C, we've got 3x to the 15th over 18x to the 7th. And 1 over what? 6, right? And then with the exponents, we're going to just do what? If we subtract, very good. So this is going to be x to the 8th. All right, questions about that? Okay, very good. All right, now we've got dividing a polynomial by a monomial. Okay, to divide a polynomial by a monomial, we distribute the monomial to each term and divide each term of the polynomial by the monomial. We have to distribute, just like if we were multiplying by a monomial, we would distribute. If we divide, we have to distribute. So in A, this would be 8x to the 5th over 2x minus 2x cubed over 2x plus 6x squared over 2x. Okay, then we can simplify from there. Okay, the first thing I did was I distributed this monomial to each term. All right, so this reduces to 4x to the 4th minus x squared plus 3x. Okay, questions about that? All right, in B, I've got 32a to the fourth plus 44a cubed plus 60a squared over 4a. So I'm going to distribute. We get 32a to the fourth over 4a plus 44a cubed over 4a plus 60a squared over 4a. All right, then we reduce from there, so we get what? 8, okay, 8a cubed plus 11a squared plus 15a. Okay, questions about that? Okay, did everybody get that answer? Okay, good. All right, try C and D on your own.